Alright, much better. Hello, 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 everybody. It is Trinity. And today I'm going to relax and play some little games. Some tiny games, if you will. I saw this bundle being advertised on Twitter and went and took a look and bought it. It's like $10 on itch, and it has 6 games in it that are really super cute looking, including this one, drinking tea with the trans boy you secretly have a crush on. Now, just in case, because I don't know how happy these creators would be if I played through the whole thing, I'm going to be playing a portion of each game so that anybody who wants to see the ending, they can go slap down $10, get the bundle, support some indie studios. The goal, I believe, for this tiny bundle project is to support the indie devs so that they can eventually make bigger games and put their games on Steam to reach a wider audience, which I think is really cool. It is really expensive to make these games, as I'm learning. Oh. But let's get right into it. Hold on. Whoop. That's me. There I go. I'm moving. Alright. Let's get it on. Hehehe. Ha ha ha! At last, I found it! The Time Acorn. Born in the deepest depths of the Aeon Forest, a time acorn only appears every 100 years. No wonder the Half Moon Academy for Witches keeps it under lock and key. This time acorn will grant me the most powerful magic of all, the ability to rewind time and undo what a huge mistake today has been. All I have to do is swipe. Oh no. Stop! Thief! Run! Milo Poppy Dash, is that you? What? Pfft, no. I'm the great jewel thief Lupin! Get down here this instant! My work here is done. Farewell. Ah! I'm okay, don't worry. The great jewel thief Lupin always lands on his feet. Oh, that went as well as expected. Oh well. After I fix my mistakes, I can just use the acorn to return it before I stole it. Let's stitch this costume and no one will even know it was me. Now, how does this acorn work again? We learned about it in class. What were the words of the spell again? Here, hold on a second. Settings, sound. I'll turn that down just a wee bit. Okay. What were the words of the spell again? Oh, right! Cast it. Promit! Oh, it's just time warp. Backwards. Take me back to this morning. Cool. I forgot about the rain. Oh, Milo. Why are you standing out in the rain? Ah! Atlas! What are you doing here? Walking back to the dorm? Are you okay? Yeah. Nothing weird going on. Everything is normal. Did you just hide something behind your back? No. Well, no sense standing in the rain getting wet. Did you want to share my It's just the words backwards. But you know what? Respect. Alerpmu spell? Play it cool, Milo. Yeah? Yes. I mean, yes. I'd be honored. This is just like yesterday. Earlier today. Atlas had his Alerpmu spell. Walk back to the dorm room together. I hope history isn't destined to repeat itself. Oh well, it's not like that matters. I'm going to change fate. Milo, what are you yelling about? Nothing. Come on, let's get out of this rain. It's really coming down out there, isn't it? Even though the rain is still the same, all I need do is not mess up again. Just like earlier. It's really coming down there, isn't it? Good thing you had Alerpmu. It's a shield from the rain. Let's skip ahead a bit. How's the tea? It's good. Warms me right up. Thank you. So are you willing to admit that my special blend is better? Never. Maybe a bit further ahead. Atlas, is something bothering you? Nothing. It's just... I'm trying to work up some courage. Huh? Milo, will you go out with me? I spit my tea on him! It's just as embarrassing the second time around. And then I didn't know what to say, so I just ran away. I am so stupid. So all I really need to do is not do that again. Atlas will ask me out. I won't spit my tea on him, and I can return the time acorn before I get caught. Easy as pie. Milo. Milo? Huh? What? Yo! What's up, Dark Rumia? I'm playing tiny games to do magic to. That's what the bundle is called. Oh wait, tiny games to make magic with is what the bundle is called. And this one's really super cute. It's called Drinking Tea with a Trans Boy That You Secretly Have a Crush On. I really like this, like, soft aesthetic going on. And the music's really pretty. Anyways. Huh? What? You were spacing out a little there. I was? Well, okay, so basically, this guy, Atlas, you have a crush on. You invite him back to your place, and he asks you out. And then you get so nervous that you spit your tea in his face, and then run away. So, you go in search of the time acorn that can rewind time, and you use it to go relive this day where he asks you out, so that you can make it completely perfect and become boyfriend and boyfriend? I'm going to say I am non-binary, though. I'm a non-binary Milo. Anyways, so this is the second time we've lived through this event, basically. And the objective is to make it perfect. Time travel to touch butts. I don't think that's the objective completely, but we'll see. I wasn't thinking about anything important. Okay. As long as everything is okay. Oh, it is! Trust me! Everything will be perfect. In that case, do you want to study for our test together? Oh, that's a great idea. I'll make some tea. You actually want to study? I'm turning over a new leaf. Tea and books and Milo. I can't think of a better way to spend a rainy afternoon. What does that mean? Alice, you can't just say things like that. I'm making tea! Run away, boy. Oh no. What do I do? What do I do? Wait, it got slightly darker when I went over it. Frederick! What are you doing here? Ribbit. Did you sneak out of my room again? Is that it? Okay. A mysterious potion. People should really label those. That's my spoon. Is that it? Oh, flowers. Such pretty flowers. And they smell nice too. But not as nice as my special blend. Just boil some water. Bingo! Tea done. Here you go. My special blend. Oh, thank you. So, ready to admit that my special blend is the best? Never. What did we talk about after this? I've forgotten! All I remember is the stupid thing I did. Let's crack that book open and start studying. Okay. Wait, why did I say that? I definitely wasn't excited about studying before. Atlas, is there something you wanted to ask me? Not especially. I see. I don't see at all. And so I spent the afternoon studying. Nothing happened. Atlas didn't ask me out. Guess I'll just use the time acorn again and start the day over. This time I'll get it right for sure. Promit. Take me back to this morning. Milo, what are you doing out here in the rain? Atlas, wasn't expecting to see you here. On your way back to the dorm? Yes, we have a big test coming up and I thought I'd try to get some studying in. Great, perfect. I'll make some tea and power your brain up. That would be nice. Do you want to share my Allerbu spell? You're getting pretty good at that spell. What? Nothing! Let's go! Take a seat. I'll make tea. You're being unusually helpful today. I'm always helpful. Yeah, of course. I'll show you. I'll help you study. You actually want to study? Did I get tricked into studying again? Yes? Are you sure you're not up to something? Offer the acorn to them and they will ace the test. Why would you think that? You never want to study. So if you're offering, you're up to something. I am offended. Maybe I won't make tea after all. No, I take it back. Good. Then I'll make tea and we can study. Crud! I've been double-tricked into studying. Whatever, I'm making tea. Okay. Well, talking about nothing didn't work. I know I made him tea last time. The first time. So maybe something over by the teapot will jog my memory. Frederick, this isn't a very good time for games. I'm trying to do something important. Wait, there was that one time. Frederick! Hide and seek is over. Come out wherever you are. Are you under the bed? I need you for familiar class. Ow! Milo? Are you okay? I'm fine. I just hit my head on the bottom of my bed. What are you doing under the bed? Never mind. Can I come in? Yeah. Are you okay? Hard-headed. I'm fine. That's true. Can I ask you a really big favor? Sure, I'm always happy to help. Would you cut my hair? Me? Well, I've never cut my hair before. What can... Oh, well, I've never cut hair before. What can go wrong? That's the spirit, I guess. Take a seat in Milo's salon. Let me find some scissors. Is here okay? Now, where could my scissors be? Atlas, have you seen Frederick anywhere? No. He went missing at lunch. He's the worst frog. It's great that you read everything. I'm out and about with audio only, and I get to enjoy the game. Yeah, I like reading aloud. It's fun for me. And I'm glad it helps you. So, I say, he went missing at lunch. He is the worst frog. You say that, but I know you're fond of him. You got a nice normal familiar. I got stuck with a frog. I think frogs are lovely. Trade you? No way. Whiskers has been in the family for generations. Everything you own has been in your family for generations, even your name. I like the name Atlas. I picked it out myself. Though my haircut might have to wait. I cannot find my scissors anywhere. Milo, you're a witch. Can't you just use your wand? Oh. You're right! My trusty wand. How short do you want your hair? Just something that looks boyish? What happens if I chop it all off? Not that I'd try to chop it all off, but what happens if I do? Then it'll grow back in. Right. Okay, how did that spell go? I'ma cast the spell. It's just backwards words. Esset denamert. Esset denamert. And if you reverse the letters, trim and tease. Trim and tease. Give Atlas a short boy. Ah! Frederick, you startled me. Where did you come from? And you interrupted my... Oh no. Did I blast a bald spot into Atlas's hair? I should just open my eyes and get it over with. Nope, can't do it. I messed up my best friend's hair. Milo, are you okay? I found Frederick. Oh, good. So, what do you think? Does it look okay? Oh, you look great. I wonder who left this here. I want to drink it just to find out what it is. I bet it's someone's secret formula. Actually, that reminds me. More flashbacks. Ah ha ha ha! My greatest creation. At last, it is complete. Mwahaha! I'm a genius! A genius! Okay, time to go show this to Atlas. Atlas! Ooh, you're studying late. You're one to talk. Why are you still awake? I made you something. You did? It's my most wonderful magical creation. A best friends forever potion. Best friends forever potion? Correct! If two people share the potion, then they'll become best friends. Forever! This isn't like the time that you made a potion that was supposed to give people cat ears, but really just made their eyes turn yellow. No. Anyway, that one wasn't even that bad. Or the time you made a potion that made everything taste like ice cream for an hour. That was a brilliant potion. Or, okay, I get it. Some of my potion experiments have been less than successful. But this one works, okay? I know it works because there's a secret to this potion. My secret ingredient! Are you sure you want to be best friends with me? Forever? Forever's a really long time. Yeah, that's why I made this potion. What if I get really ugly when I'm old? What if I get really smelly when I'm old? Okay, you got me. We can be ugly and smelly together. Yes! Okay. I'll take the potion on one condition. You take your half first. I can't believe you're still doubting me. Well, here goes nothing. Oh. Do you feel okay? Are you itchy anywhere? Did you grow a tail? I'm fine. Here, it's your turn. To best friends! Gulp. Ha ha ha! Yes! Now you can't get rid of me. I think I feel something. Do I have a tail now? What? That's impossible! Got you. Atlas! Don't freak me out like that! It's too late to change your mind about being best friends. I already drank the potion. Aw, that was cute. The smell of these flowers really brings back memories. I remember that time during class when... Flashback. Students, gather round. This isn't a free period just because we're outside. Where's Atlas? Each of you have your list of herbs to locate and harvest. They can all be found on the school grounds. Ah, there he is. Great. I bet he'll be my partner. This is to test your ability to identify important spellcasting ingredients. Psst, Alice. Mr. Poppydash, is my class so boring to you that you do not feel the need to pay attention? No, ma'am. You have until the end of period. Now go. Alice, do you want to be partners? Oh, sorry, Milo. I already promised Enid I'd be her partner. Atlas said he'd help with my botany grade. Well, good luck. Botany's his worst subject. I mean, he's good at all subjects, but that's his worst good subject. What am I even talking about? Thanks. Anyway, don't worry about me. Your best friend. I'll just go find another partner. Milo, you should be my partner. That was fast. So, I'll see you around. What is wrong with you? What do you mean? Did I do something wrong? Isn't it obvious? No, it's not. Enid likes Atlas. She's been trying to get him alone so she can ask him to... Oh, okay. She's been trying to get him alone so he can ask her to the Mid-Autumn dance. But you're always hanging around him, so it's been impossible. Oh, gotcha. Jeez, boys are so dense sometimes. Well, we gotta make sure they don't get interrupted. We'll be their guardian angels. Are you proposing that we spy on them? I am proposing that we watch over them. Then I agree. Let's go. Jeez, I can't stand the tension. When will he ask her out? This is hopeless. I think she needs a little nudge. What? Yiddivarg. Gravity? The herb basket! It fell into the fountain! There, now Atlas can save. I'll get it! No! Woo! The fountain water is colder than I thought it would be. Come back here, basket! Be careful, Milo. Ha! Here you go, Enid. Your herb basket, safe and sound. Thanks, Milo. I think some of your herbs are at the bottom of the fountain now. Want me to dive in and get them? No, I don't think that's necessary. If all four of us work together, we should be able to find everything before class is over. Ugh! Boys are so dense. Atlas has always been pretty popular with girls. He's smart and good-looking and sweet. What isn't to like about him? Never thought I'd be stuck in the same position as Enid, though. Boys really are dense. I'm making tea! Okay, the tea is ready. Here you go, Atlas. Thank you. smells nice. Operation Get Atlas to Ask Me Out commences. Talk about that time with the frog, talk about that time with the potion, talk about that time with the flowers. Or make small talk. Oh, is there a save feature? There is not. The potion. I feel like that's a good one. Do you remember when I went through that phase where I was inventing new potions? Oh no. Did you invent another one? No. Actually, it's just... I have to tell you something really important. Yeah? Remember how I made that best friends forever potion and I wouldn't tell you the secret ingredient? Yeah, I remember that quite well. The secret ingredient was positive thinking! What? There wasn't anything in the potion. It was just water that I turned pink with a little bit of beet juice. I know. After the potion you made that turned my hair green. It was a good look for you! I started taking special classes with Miss Greenbottle to identify potion ingredients by smell. Wow, he's so smart. So I knew it was mostly filtered water. Oh, I just wanted us to be friends forever. I know, I thought it was sweet. But wouldn't a friendship bracelet have sufficed? I didn't think you'd want one. I'd take one from you. Well, I'm glad your potion experiment days are in the past. Me too. I turned myself into a frog by mistake and had to hang out in the fountain in the grounds for hours before I changed back. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. It's okay, you can laugh. It's funny now. I'll learn to speak frog so I can identify you in case you ever do that again. Thanks, but let's hope that won't be necessary. Did you want to study? Wait, you didn't ask me out at all! And why did I bring up the time I turned into a frog? And so it was... You didn't ask me out! Why, Atlas, why? Oh well. No big deal. I'll just use the time acorn again. One more time! Casting the spell. Promit. Take me back to this morning. Oh no. Still raining. I'm doomed to get drenched every time I use the time acorn. Right? You'd think this might teach me a lesson, but no. I will learn nothing. Milo, why are you standing in the rain? Atlas! You'll get sick if you stay out there. Come share my Alarmio spell. Perfect, great. This is all according to plan. What plan? Never you mind. Come on, I'll make you some tea. You, sit there. I'll make tea, then we'll study. You want to study? How bad were your test results? Just so you know, I study plenty. You just never see me do it. Well, I'm happy to help. Tea first. That's important. Talk to him about something good this time. Something has to work. I mean... Frederick, why are you always trying to play games? Flowers can really brighten up a room. Don't drink mystery potions. Guess I'm making the tea. Tea is ready. Again. Milo's special blend is completed. Thanks. Okay. Operation Get Atlas to Ask Me Out, Part 2. Time with the potion, time with the frog, that time with the flowers. Okay. So if I talk about the flowers, I have a feeling it's going to bring up, like, that the girls liked him. And they're gonna have, like, bro talk, quote, quote. If I bring up the time with the frog, I think that's a little more personal regarding Atlas's transition. And it might be, like, a really good memory for him. I don't know what make small talk is. So which one should I do? Talk about the frog or talk about the flowers? I'm gonna take a sip of my Mountain Dew. Gamer juice. The frogs? Okay. Let's try that. Do you remember that time I lost Frederick? Which time? He doesn't run off that often. Should I not point out that he's over by the tea supplies? I know he's there, so it doesn't count. But I'm talking about the time when I cut your hair. Oh, what about it? I have a confession to make. Oh, you do? You like that haircut, right? Yes. It wasn't me who did it, it was Frederick. Huh? It wasn't me who did it, it was Frederick. I heard you the first time, but I still don't understand. When I was casting the spell, he nudged my wand arm, so he's really the one who cut your hair. Oh. The frog cut my hair? Wait, you're not mad? I thought I gave you a bald spot. It was the first time I cut my hair that short. I think anything would have been okay. You looked better than okay. You looked really... why is this so hard to say? You looked really good. Cute. Good and cute. Is that so? Okay. I've created the perfect opening. I don't have tea anywhere near my mouth. Ask me out, Atlas. I'm out of tea. We should probably study. He didn't ask me out again. Okay, I can't give up yet. I'll use the time acorn one more time. Casting spell. Promit. Take me back to this morning. Milo, what are you doing out here in the rain? Are you okay? I'm fine! Everything is fine. That doesn't sound fine. Let's study! I'll make tea! You want to study? You must really be worried about the test. Every time he's shocked I want to study. Maybe I should study more. Who cares? Let's go! Tea time! It doesn't matter what you pick? Oh wow, it just literally skips right to the teapot. Frederick, why are you always trying... Okay, it's the same thing, I think. I'm making tea! And tea is ready. Atlas, it's my super special blend for you today. Thank you. Okay. Oh my god, that would be super cute. Okay, time to talk about the flowers. Hey, do you remember that time in botany class when you and Enid were partners? Oh yeah, when you dove into the fountain to save our herb basket. I didn't dive in, I stepped in, gracefully. When you stepped gracefully into the fountain. I could use magic to dry myself off, but I couldn't use magic to stop being known as Fountain Boy. Miss Hecate was so mad at you. I like to live dangerously. More like you make your own trouble. Yeah. Do you know why Enid wanted to be your partner? A cricket? Cool, say hi to the cricket. No. She did keep talking about the Mid-Autumn dance, though. Atlas, how could you not put it together? She wanted you to ask her to the dance. Oh. It seems really obvious in retrospect. Maybe there's just tons of people out there who want you to ask them out. Like me. That's an embarrassing thought. Do you want to study now? I'm out of tea. Atlas! You're hopeless! I've tried everything! Why won't you ask me out? Oh, look at that. Cast the spell, ask him out myself. Fuck it, let's go. I can't take it anymore! Atlas, will you go out with me? What? Will you go out with me? Huh? What? What do you mean, what? Maybe he's changed his mind? Maybe he doesn't want to go out with me anymore? I've been trying to work up the courage to ask you out for a really long time. It was almost too much to hope you might feel the same way about me. I think I've liked you for a really long time, but I just didn't realize it until recently. And of course I feel the same way about you. You're the coolest, smartest, kindest person I know. I am most certainly not cool. You are cool! I'm your best friend, so I should know! Okay, I guess I have no choice but to believe my best friend in boyfriend? Ooh. It feels weird to hear you call me that. But in a really good way. And you still didn't answer my question. Will you go out with me? I would be honored to go out with you. I can't believe you asked me out first. It only took a little magic in stealing one of Half Moon Academy's priceless artifacts. What? Meant that metaphorically. I think it's better if I don't know. You always make my life interesting. I hope that's a compliment. Now, let's get to studying. What? No! I was tricked into studying after all. The end. That was really cute. No, stop! They're not touching butts yet. Ayato Sound Create. Oh. Ruha PTM. Sound Effects Pocket SE. Sound Effect Labo. Interesting. Might have to write that down. Although one of those seems like it's something you have to, compose yourself, which is not my forte. Special thanks to ... Okay. Made for the Tiny Games bundle. Oh! Epilogue. Better return the time acorn before I get caught. Milo Poppydash! Returned to the scene of the crime, have you? Miss Hecate! Wow, I'm just out for an evening stroll. Hand it over. Yes, ma'am. So, what was it? What mistake were you so desperate to fix you stole the time acorn? Love problems? Seems all you students will use magic to solve a problem that simply talking would resolve. That's harsh. Now that the time acorn has been returned, I bet I'm off the hook. You bet wrong, Mr. Poppydash. I want an essay on the hazards of time travel on my desk by Friday. Until then, you are not to leave school grounds. Yes, Miss Hecate. Not more studying. My date with Atlas is on Saturday, and I'll never finish researching and writing in time. Come now. I'm certain a Mr. Gale Crown would be willing to help with research. Does she know? Yeah. I mean, yes, Miss Hecate. Studying with Atlas doesn't sound too bad. Is this what love has done to me? I'm a person that doesn't mind studying now? Wait, did I just say I was in love? Thanks, Miss Hecate. I've never had anyone thank me for assigning a paper before, but you're welcome, Mr. Poppydash. Now get back to your room before I assign you another paper about being out of bounds after lights out. Good night, Miss Hecate. Good night, Milo. Studying with Atlas and a date with Atlas. This might be my best week ever. Okay, so that was drinking tea with a trans boy you secretly have a crush on. There were some things I missed. So, if you guys are curious about this game and want to play it for yourselves, I would absolutely recommend it. It's on itch.io. The game itself is $3. Or if you buy the Tiny Bundle, which I will post right here, hold on. Boop. Never mind, it doesn't want me to. Hold on. That's better. If you go to the Tiny Games to Make Magic With bundle, it's $10 for 6 games, and you get to have little games like these. So all of the games in the bundle, it's advertised as tiny games that you can finish in 30 minutes or under, which is perfect for me, being that I have such a short attention span. But oh my god, that was so cute. And such a cute little story, just packaged in a little happy package. Just give me that little boop serotonin. But yeah, if you guys are interested, go check out the creator. Oh, surely. Okay, so there's no info on the creator. Go check out the Tiny Games bundle page. It's $10 for 6 games. And there are more games than just this one. So this was Drinking Tea with the Trans Boy You Secretly Have a Crush On. Next, I'm going to play... Let's take a look. I think I'm going to play... Okay, should I play the game where you are a witch on a Skype call with your witch girlfriend during the pandemic? Or should I play the game where you and your witch partner make gender potions? Gender potions? An excellent choice, if I may say so myself. Alright. Yes, run it. Thank you, computer. Oh, wow. Okay, so right off the bat, this is really cool. Accessibility settings. I love this. So, audio titles, self-voicing. I don't know what that means. Typeface, hyperlegible or deja vu sans. Font size large or regular. Text color, Kilimanjaro or black. Is it voiced? Yeah, I don't know. Self-voicing.
Accessibility settings. These options can be adjusted at any time in the menu.
Ah, okay. It's like
Accessibility settings. These options can be adjusted at any time in the menu.
It looks like it voices text that I scroll over.
Change to hyperlegible selected. Change to deja vu sans. Accessibility settings. These options can be adjusted at any time. Toggle self-voicing disabled.
Audio titles. What does that mean? Audio titles. Deja vu. Higher on the streets. I know it's my time to go. Okay. Line spacing taller or regular. I like that, because I always have found it easier to read with more space in between lines. Text box opacity. I like Kilimanjaro better than black. And they can be adjusted anytime in the menu. So let's leave things as they are. Just see what it looks like. Okay. So, just a little bit of information about this one. Game was developed by Tofu Rocks for the Tiny Games Bundle Jam held in 2022. Here are, okay, character, artist, and designer. Oh, and there's hyperlinks. That's really cool. GUI. Ooh, okay, I'm interested in that. I might have to come back. Because this is a very cute little GUI. Wonder, do these hyperlinks work? Oh, yep, they sure do. Okay, you can't see it. But, oh, I see. It's a GUI from booth.pm, which is a website. Here, let me show. So it's a UI that you can purchase on Booth, which is a place where I've gotten a lot of assets for my Vroid model. Well, it's still cool. This is dev talk I'm doing. It's interesting stuff. So, yeah, almost everything on my Vroid model right now, you can't tell what the rest of the Vroid model looks like because you can't see below the waist, but I'm wearing jeans and a hoodie, socks and shoes. Vroid? You have to download Vroid. I downloaded it off of Steam, and then I just pretty much used tutorials that I found on YouTube to learn how to download assets off of this website, actually. Like, let's see. Vroid. Let's see. Hair. Look up Vroid hair. And there's all these little models. Antique glasses? Oh no! 3D models of my characters, they're easier to draw? Yeah! And like, I don't remember where I found... There are some free ones, and then there are some you have to pay to get, but everything that you pay for these assets goes straight to the creators. And there's a lot of cute stuff. And it's not just hair. You can also get eye colors. You can get special facial features, hair, ears. Now, that being said, I did create the ears and the glasses on my model by myself. Yeah, that's why I would suggest go boop, this little thing right here, completely free models, or assets rather. Now granted, you probably won't find exactly what you're looking for, but there is some really cute stuff. Oh wow, that's awesome! I love that. That's really cool. The choices have expanded a whole lot since I last was on here. I've been thinking about getting Trinity, me, a new outfit. I mean, I like the starry hoodie. Vroid clothes. Aw, cute! Little sailor outfit. Ah, sip, sip, sip. make some cool VTuber Wild thing. Yeah. You'll have to give me some feedback on some of these outfits at some point, so I can make me look as cute as possible. Rather, the androgynous kind of cute. The kind of cute that I think both of us understand. Spam. Well, maybe in a little bit. Maybe in a little bit. It is so cool to know that they have Ren'Py assets, though. Okay, maybe not. If I search up... Really? Nothing? For Ren'Py? Whatever. So maybe this Lotus the Self-Made Witch... Ah, crap. is on a different program. Made with Ren'Py. Contains free software under a number of licenses, including the MIT license. Complete list of software, including links to full source code, can be found here. Really? The whole source? Ooh. Okay. The cricket. Do your thing, little buddy. Item icons from the Vizustella Emporium. I'm gonna have to go back and look at some of these links. Save some stuff. It is really expensive to commission people to create sprites and CGs and backgrounds and UIs and compose music. I have learned very quickly why some visual novels reuse free backgrounds and such. This is such a cute logo. If you had time, you would... That's very sweet of you to say, though. I get it, though. I've barely been writing lately just because work takes it out of me. But I do have half of the prologue written for my game. So, that's something. Well, I say half of the prologue, half of the first chapter of the prologue. I'm listening, cause like, I'm also kind of liking this music. You know, character sprites for dating sim is on my bucket list. But can you draw old men? If you can draw old men, you might just be set for me. I can... Yeah, I mean, it's not like it's... I say it's not like it's difficult, but I'm not an artist. And that's why I'm struggling. I have a lot of side characters, too, that I need to figure out. Okay, I think I've waited long enough. Let's see, preferences. Oh yeah, did that. Doing the designs is the hard part. Well, that's where I come in. I like designing characters. I just kind of... Oh, I dropped off. Ah! I'm gone. I'm gone. What has happened? Oh no. Ooh. Ah! 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 I'm okay. I don't know what happened, but my program freaked out. But I'm okay. The stream is getting off to a great start. Wah! Alright, let's start. Final exams day has arrived at St. Bertrude's Academy of Magic and Witchcraft. I've been a student here for the last 4 years of my life, and while I've loved every second of my time here, I'm finally going to graduate today. No doubt I'll pass the potions class with flying colors. I've only devoted my whole life to brewing up the best solutions to help others achieve their best selves, even if that means I was my own guinea pig for a while. I'm so excited. This will be such a breeze. I hope the professors are ready to be dazzled by yours truly, yet again. Oh, they're cute! The glasses! Ooh! And the hair, and the ears, and that outfit! Ooh! They're a cutie. Are you ready to do your best today, Sage? Who do you even take me? Ooh! Ooh! Look at ooh. Ooh. Y'all, I'm weak. Long-haired elves? Lordy. And glasses. They both wear glasses! I'm invested. Who do you even take me for? Of course I'm prepared. That's the spirit. Let's show 'em what we got. You are always so infernally loud. Yes! Look, Rumia! Look at these oh my god. The long-haired elf? Hold on a second. Okay, that's probably save, that's probably load. I need this text box to go away for a second so I can look at these outfits. 'Cause they cute. First of all, sheer fabric on the arms. This collar. The chain that's just like leaves. Cute as hell. Thigh highs. I see you. I love these designs. Anyways. This is Sage, a fellow witch in training who enrolled into St. Bertrude's around the same time as I did. At first we only shared one class together, but one day it seemed like I started seeing more and more of them throughout my daily schedule. I really respect Sage's work ethic. I've never met anyone who spends as much time in the library as I do. You're really just going to stand there and smile at me this whole time, aren't you? Though I do have to say, they have a horrible habit of mumbling too much. I know they've used one of my potions before, so they could just ask me for something to help with their voice if they have trouble speaking. But, well, that's enough musing about. Let's get to business. I take a look at the spread of ingredients on the tables sitting between our cauldrons. I recognize the plants from the greenhouse as some of the same ones I've tended to during my free time. There's an assortment of different herbs and elements in vials, waiting to be used. Even a mix of the more volatile varieties, which I won't be touching today. Simple and safe is the game. I'm playing this time around. You're rather generous giving me a head start on my potion. You know they'll dock points off of us if we manage to end up with similar recipes. Mise en place, my friend. Just brainstorming ideas before I hop in. Make potion, grow boobs. Well, let's see. Even if I brew my usual go-to recipes, my specialty is something not many have been able to replicate. You have some real audacity to be calling me that. Well, I'm going to get started now too. Good luck to us both. I don't need any, especially from you. Let's brew up a good solid base for this potion, Okay, goop, sparkly leaves, and black floofers. There's my signature formula. Now I can finish this off in a few different ways. Make potion grow cheekbones. You don't want that. Listen, This is coming from someone whose family regularly calls them chipmunk cheeks. You don't want that. Welcome to potion brewing. You can select from 3 different ingredients each round to add to your cauldron by dragging the icon over the liquid. Lotus is familiar with each ingredient, so Faye can tell you the effects before you decide which one you want to use. Just hover over the ones you're curious about. There's 27 potions in total you can craft. Think you can get them all? Let's go. I wonder if that's a neopronoun rather than a typo. Like, Lotus goes by, like, Faye self. I'm not sure how that would work. I'm not as well versed in neopronouns as some. Let's see what we have to work with. Some snowreed, oh my god. Snowreed, a rare herb found in the purest of frost, often used in oral medicines. This herb has many positive effects on the respiratory system. Cupid clover, named for its exquisite pink hue, this herb has many positive effects on the eyes. Ash greens. Despite the name, it has nothing to do with fire elements. Due to its incredible levels of protein content, it's popular for bodybuilders. Okay. So what should I do? There's one that's good for breathing, one that's good for your eyes, and one that has lots of protein, give you muscles. What do you think I should do? Yeah? Alright. Respiratory system. Should I add a thing of snowreed to the potion cauldron? Yes. Delightful. Just excellent. This snowreed will do wonders. It'll take a while for this to stew properly, so I just need to keep nursing the cauldron and stir it slowly. Some people find it annoying, but personally, I think it's relaxing. I should check to see how Sage is doing. They look a little tense right now. Maybe I can try to strike up some friendly conversation to lighten the mood. In all the time that I've known Sage, they always had a bit of a prickly personality, but I'd like to think they're a good person at heart. We just haven't had the chance to really know each other. Though, I'm curious. Does Sage hate me? Sage must be dealing with something difficult. Sage must be dealing with something difficult in their personal life. I'm not one to speculate, but it would make sense. If they're ever comfortable talking about it, I hope they'll open up to me. I wonder if I should say something after all. How's your potion going? Don't say anything. Aw, man, I wish... Ah, thank God. Save. Let's go. How are you feeling? How's your potion going? How are you feeling? How are you feeling today, Sage? I'm well. I'm really glad to hear that. Maybe I'm pushing it. I focus back on my cauldron and give it a little stir. It's bubbling nicely and smells pleasant, so I should be able to add the next ingredient soon. Okay, hold on. He seemed... Oh god. They seemed pretty freaked out when I said that. So maybe not pushing it. Hey Sage, how's your potion going? It's fine. At least I tried. No, that wasn't good. How are you feeling? I focus back on my cauldron and give it a little stir. It's bubbling nicely and smells pleasant, so I should be able to add the next ingredient soon. Plates clatter on the table, and I look over to Sage's station. Oh no. That's a shade reed. That's usually for making splash grenades. Oh, they already dropped it in their cauldron. Did they not listen to the instructors before the exam? Attack potions are strictly disallowed from the final exam. Maybe... should I mention something? Ooh, they look freaked out. Poor thing. On second thought, I'm sure they know what they're doing. I better get a move on too. Back to my potion. I've already put in a thing of Snowreed, so one more herb ought to do the trick. I'll pick a flower this time. So let's see. Snowreed helps with respiratory stuff. Lavender bush, a unique species of lavender that is even more potent than the common type. Its calming effects are useful on the nerves. Autumn bloom, a vibrant orange flower that blooms as the season grows colder, often used in hair dyes and the like for its strong color. Sea blossom, a beautiful blue flower that grows near the ocean, often used in hair dyes and the like for its potent color. I think the lavender bush would be good, because I don't think I want to turn my lungs orange or blue. Yeah, right? Should I add a thing of lavender bush to the potion cauldron? Yes. I think a bit of lavender bush is just what I needed. The liquid in the cauldron is keeping at a good temperature, and as long as I continue to stir it like this, it'll probably even be one of my best potions yet. Right? It's a cute little thing. Still, I won't get results immediately. Patience is key here. I look up from my cauldron and glance over at Sage again. More plates clatter on the table. I try my best to crane my head in a certain angle to see what they're up to. Their hand is hovering over a cinder clover. They're not going to use that, are they? Oh no, they picked it up. I don't think Sage recognizes all the ingredients after all. I know they'll be angry at me if I try to talk to them again, but this is going to turn out badly if I don't intervene. Okay, suggest using literally anything else, or just hand them another ingredient. Me cooking be like, I'm gonna hand them another ingredient. I wish I was watching what else they put in their cauldron more closely, but I need to neutralize whatever they're brewing before it has a dangerous interaction. Sage, hold on. What? I think you should try some of this sparkling honeysuckle instead. I'd have used it myself, but I messed up my formula. Excuse me? Yeah, I can't use it myself because I have the wrong base. Screwed it up, so now I have to make something else. Sage glares at me suspiciously, though at least they aren't looking at the cinder clover anymore. For one, you're going to get reprimanded for trying to cheat. 2, I'd never accept help from the likes of you. It's not cheating if we both don't say anything. I really want to see you graduate today, too. They walk over to the table and snatch the sparkling honeysuckle from my hand, roughly, damaging the stem. It'll end up in their cauldron anyways, but you'll regret giving me the upper hand. Oh well, it's my life to live after all. Always happy to help a friend. Stop calling me that. I guess we're both safe for now. In either case, I think it's time to add the final ingredient. So I used some Snowreed and lavender bush already. The pure essence of an element should round things out nicely. Just need to figure out which one to choose. Okay. Pure wind. The pure essence of wind. When used in a potion, it amplifies speed and sound. They could be a little on fire to tone down the attitude. Pure aqua. The pure essence of aqua. Different from regular water. When used in a potion, the moisturizing and healing effects are multiplied. Pure light. The pure essence of light. The effects are largely dependent on other ingredients, often in a positive manner. I think either the water or the light. Since it seems like we're making like an anti-anxiety. Yeah? Okay. Yes. That's Snowreed, lavender bush, pure aqua. Oh, the potion looks excellent so far. I think the professors will love this. I nurse it for a couple more minutes until the liquid starts bubbling too much. I put out the heat and stir it for a little longer afterwards. I call my latest concoction the Soprano Syrup. Type, voice. Ingredients, snow reed, lavender bush, pure aqua. Raises your voice an octave. Take a spoonful once per day before singing a lovely tune. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Excellent. I'm pretty satisfied with this. Well, now I need to wait for it to cool down before I can bottle it up. Maybe I should check on Sage in the meantime. Oh no. Why do they have the most dangerous ingredients in their workstation? They're about to add pure lightning to their cauldron. I can't leave them alone, but... Sage... Just hand them another ingredient. Suggest using literally anything else. Okay. Handing them another ingredient, it seems like it hurts their pride. Making a suggestion might get some backlash, but like... They want to make a blow-up potion? Maybe. But the thing said that blow-up potions were forbidden. They're making dynamite. Oh wow, my hair is standing on end all of a sudden. This reminds me of that tempest from the other day. I've never really been fond of stormy weather. Some people find the rain nice and relaxing to fall asleep to, but I can't stand getting so much mud on my boots. Sage is glaring daggers at me now, but at least they're no longer looking at the vial of pure lightning. At least the weather today is clear enough, though. Wouldn't it be nice to step outside in the sunshine after all this as a certified witch? Do you love the sound of your voice that much? I think it's pleasant enough. I've had to test many of my own potions on myself to achieve the voice I wanted, but eventually I found a vocal range I liked. In fact, I made one of those kinds of potions today. That was a rhetorical question. You're intelligent enough to know what that means, yes? I like to think of myself as a conversationalist. I think it worked. Sage manages to find the vial of pure ice I was hoping they'd pick up and hesitantly pours it slowly into their cauldron, watching it mix with the rest of their ingredients. As expected, it's a safe potion. After a minute waiting for it to cool down, Sage and I bottle our potions. They swirl the liquid around in theirs, eyeing it carefully. Looks like we both have an excellent chance of graduating today. And exactly what makes you say that? I just have a good feeling is all. You've been nothing but an annoyance to me this entire exam with how loud you've been. Non-stop chatter about this and that, trying to interfere with my work. I'll be glad to never be forced to exist in the same space as you again after all this. They sound unusually bitter about all this. Don't look so surprised. I've made my intentions pretty clear in the past, haven't I? But I've only ever wanted to be your friend since the day we met. And I've only ever wanted to put you in your place. What? You're obnoxious, condescending, incredibly narcissistic to the point where all you do is flatter yourself. Where are you getting this image of me from? It's in the way you talk and act. You think you're so much better than me that you feel obligated to coddle and guide me in a test to measure my own ability. What ails you, my precious Lotus? Did I wound you too deeply? Have you ever let yourself actually get to know me? Sage raises an eyebrow at me. Excuse me? I know I'm biased because I'm defending myself, but I'm not like that at all. I just want to see you succeed too. What are you driveling on about now? Sage, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're struggling to meet some unrealistic standard you set for yourself, aren't you? I've been watching you this entire exam. You don't really recognize these ingredients at a glance like I can. Silence! Why do you do this to yourself? If it's because you genuinely do think I need to be humbled, then you barely know anything about me. I didn't grow up in the best of circumstances. Sure, my family was well off, but no love thrived in that household. I wasn't allowed to do anything of my own accord or even be my true self. Everywhere I went, it was like walking on eggshells. One day I just couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't stand the thought of living one more day in that kind of home. So I ran away. And no, I didn't have anywhere to go, but anything was better than that kind of pitiful existence. It's just surviving at that point. I almost didn't make it. But my old master found me and brought me under his wing, taught me everything. Taught me how to unlearn my wounds. It wasn't easy, and maybe you've been through worse, I'm not sure. It's just, the world is cruel enough already, so why should we be our own enemy? Don't act like you know me. Then give me a chance to. Sage raises the glass bottle in their hands and throws it on the ground, sending shards flying. I can only watch in horror as the liquid seeps into the floorboards. Leave me alone! Why did you forfeit your ticket to graduation? I have to do things by my own merit, or I'll end up just like them. What? I'll study harder and surpass you one day. Just you wait. They run out the door, leaving me alone in the classroom with nothing but my confusion and the broken glass all over the floor. For a moment there, I thought we almost connected. Black hair. They used to have black hair, didn't they? Not that it's important. Why am I thinking about that now? I'm the only one who graduates that day. I overhear the professors whispering about the potion left in Sage's cauldron, and how impressive it was. Unfortunately, since students are only given one bottle for the exam, smashing that potion on the ground meant they couldn't get certified. My time at St. Bertrude's Academy of Magic and Witchcraft has ended, but I do keep tabs on how Sage is doing. I hear they're still buried nose deep in their studies. I hope one day we can work together again, on equal terms next time. Aw, I feel like I got a bad end. That sucked. I don't want it. Come on. Background artist, Judithan. I'll have to look up the background artist, too. I really need a background artist. Let's try this again. Extras? Once it's done, you'll hopefully be able to listen to the music, see character profiles, check the potions you've made so far, until then we ask for your patience. Oh, they need to... Maybe we need to let them blow themselves up and then we sweep in to save the day. Mayhaps! Okay, this time let's make a different potion. So, we have Gloop, Sparkles, and whatever that is for the base of the potion. So we have Snowreed, Cupid Clover, and Ash Greens. So, positive effect on the eyes, give you muscles. Which one do you think we should do? We make a bad potion so we stay longer with them? Oh, who knows? I'm going Cupid Clover. Delightful, just excellent. This Cupid Clover will do wonders. It'll take a while for this to stew properly, so I just need to keep nursing the cauldron and stir it slowly. Some people find it annoying, but personally I think it's relaxing. Marlin potion. They look a little tense right now. Maybe I can try to strike up some friendly conversation to lighten the mood. In all the time I've known Sage, they'd have always had a prickly personality, but I'd like to think they're a good person at heart. We just haven't had the chance to really know each other. I'm curious. Does Sage hate me? Sage must be dealing with something difficult. How are you feeling? How's your potion going? Don't say anything. I think I'm going with how are you feeling. Shade Reed, using splash grenades. So I used something for eyes. And I think I like hair dyes and I like for its potent color. I'm gonna use the Sea Blossom. I'm gonna make a Marlin potion. I think a bit of Sea Blossom is just what I needed. I look up from my cauldron and glance over at Sage again. More plates clatter on the table. I try my best to crane my head in a certain angle to see what they're up to. Their hand is hovering over a cinder clover. They're not going to use that, are they? Oh crap, they picked it up. I don't think Sage recognizes all the ingredients after all. I know they'll be angry at me if I try to talk to them again, but this is going to turn out badly if I don't intervene. Let's see what happens if we just don't do anything. I don't want Sage to be even more upset than they are now. I know they studied hard for today. Maybe this is a kind of potion I'm not familiar with. I'll just mind my own business. I still can't help but worry, though. In either case, I think it's time to add the final ingredient. So I used some Cupid Clover and Sea Blossom already. The pure essence of an element should round things out nicely. I think I'm gonna go with Pure Aqua. Oh, or should I do Pure Light this time? I think I'm gonna go with Pure Light. Yeah. Yes. That's Cupid Clover, Sea Blossom, Pure Light. Oh, the potion looks excellent so far. I think the professors will love this. I nurse it for a couple more minutes until the liquid starts bubbling too much. I put out the heat and stir for a little longer afterwards. I call my latest concoction White Tincture. Ingredients: Cupid Clover, Sea Blossom, Pure Light. The eyes are a window into the soul, so why not decorate it? Use as eye drops twice per day to change your eye color to white. Excellent. I'm pretty satisfied with this. Well, now I need to wait for it to cool down before I can bottle it up. Maybe I should check on Sage in the meantime. Oh, God. Why do they have all the most dangerous ingredients in their workstation? They're about to add pure lightning to their cauldron. Really can't leave them alone, but... Sage... No, I need to let them do what they're going to do. They want to do things by themselves. I just really hope this is a potion recipe I'm not familiar with. I watch as Sage pops the cork off the bottle of pure lightning and pours it into their cauldron before giving it a bit of a stir. I bottle up my potion quickly as I hold my breath. Their cauldron is starting to bubble over. Sage, watch out! What are you... I put up a barrier around us just in time before the potion explodes. Black globs of sticky ichor splash across the entire room. The edge of the table closest to the now cracked cauldron sizzles a little. Some of it even lands into my cauldron, but at least I've already bottled up my portion. Never mind that. I'm worried about them. Hey, are you okay? Sage? Don't ever lay your disgusting hands on me ever again. But I was trying to protect you. Sage pushes me away again before angrily gesturing around the ruined classroom and jabbing a finger at the cauldron. Why didn't you cast your barrier around the potion if you knew it was going to explode? Now I've failed the exam and damaged the facility. Damn! You are so fucking rude. I was worried about you. Worried about me? Since when do you... No, I'm not going to finish that thought. I'm not standing in the same room as you. Enjoy your fancy little papers and be gone from my life. Sage runs out of the classroom, leaving behind all traces of their failure for me to clean up. I should have done something to help you. As expected, I'm the only one who graduates that day. I overhear the professors whispering about Sage's family needing to pay the academy for the cost of repairs to the potions classroom. I just don't understand why Sage wanted to graduate in potions if they weren't able to recognize the effects these ingredients would have. They're not a bad student. They're talented and capable of so much more. It's out of my hands now, though. My time at St. Bertrude's Academy of Magic and Witchcraft is now at an end, so I'll be taking up my old master's mantle and crafting potions and medicine in his old hut. I hope I can be of service to others, so they too can learn to love themselves. There is a good ending. I haven't reached it. But I think because this is just a small indie game, and I don't want to take too much away from the game devs. I would rather encourage people to buy the game and play it themselves. So for now, I think I'm done with this game. I will be returning to look at some of the oh, no, wrong thing. Some of these Judithan, huh? Ooh, oh. So this, boom, 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 boom. This is the background designer for this game. I like this painterly style. It's very cute. Oh, that's nice. These characters are very cute. They understand color well. Yeah, it seems so. General pricing is $20 an hour. Most pieces take me about 3 to 6 hours, depending on complexity. Lined background. Human, feral, and anthro. Cool. Cool. Painted, lineless background. 60 to 200. Price depending on level of rendering on the piece. Any natural environment type can include small buildings, no cities or crowds. Sorry! Yes, I am! It's just, I'm doing my best to write, and writing is all I can do. But I also need to budget to figure out how much it's going to cost to make this Otome game I'm making. Lineless backgrounds. So a lined background, which honestly isn't so bad either. 60 to 150 includes full color block shading, painted effects, single version, day-night. Oh, day-night alternates. Okay, yeah, that's important. Price differentiates by complexity. No crowds. Their character art is pretty cute too. Well, I'm glad you enjoy me scouting out artists. Now I'm curious about this character artist. Ooh, oh! It looks like all of these artists are also game devs. Their character designs are pretty cute. Taking commissions. Wait a minute, am I on DeviantArt? Oh no! Yes! Okay. Basic pricing. Sketch, color, headshot, waist up, full body. Okay. Wow. full payment up front or half at start, half at end. Oh, that's cool. Payment plan. Yeah, that would be great. So, I did a poll, an Otome poll, some time back. And one of the questions I put in there was like, would you give money to a Kickstarter for an Otome game that looks interesting to you? Like, would you support an Otome game that's in progress? And a lot of people said yes. And I have backed a lot of Otome games on Kickstarter and Indiegogo. So I've seen, like, what most of these devs have to have on the table in order to draw people in. Like, for example, oh, what was it? I can't remember the name of it, but it's like a Otome game, Stardew Valley-esque farming simulator game. Peachleaf Valley, that's it. And by the time they had created their Kickstarter, they already had... It's not Harvest Moon. Harvest Moon was the OG. It's Peachleaf Valley that's coming out. It's an Otome game / farming simulator. Listen, I did play Harvest Moon as if it were an Otome game. TBH. Harvest Moon? Otome game. Fire Emblem? Otome game. It's about romancing people first, and, you know, battling things second. That's my take on it, anyways. But, so most of these devs, by the time they're putting up their Kickstarter, they have, like, a demo, lots of screenshots, and sprites and art already made of every character, well, the major characters at the very least, that are going to be in the game. So, in order to raise the money to create the game at the scope that I want to create it, rule of thumb for a Kickstarter, have half the game finished. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Rather than just the prologue, I think having a good portion of the game finished and then using it to recover costs for what I need. Because depending on... I have an artist in mind for sprites and CGs, and their prices are very fair, but the amount of sprites and CGs I need is going to be very costly. Then you have, like, the emotional investment too. Yeah. And then I need a background artist. I need a UI artist. I've tried looking for just, like, assets that already exist, and nothing, like, fits what I want, really. But maybe I need to go back to that GUI website, take a look at what they've got. Because if this is run on RenPy, then that means I can use it too, because I'm using RenPy as well. You can change assets to fit. Like assets that I download, that I get off the internet. I've tried it already. You can use stuff as a template. Yeah, I tried it already. I downloaded this free asset pack off of itch.io and tried it. Coding is hard. I mean, it looked good. I was just testing it, and it was way too pink and frilly for me. It's not the vibe I want. Composer and sound designer? Ooh. It's supposed to be... I saw this thing on Twitter that was like somebody had coded in, like, here's all the code for X. Insert the amount of hours that you wasted time on adjusting this code for your game. And it had like amount of hours wasted 238 or something. The heart is what makes it great. Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's fun. I just don't have the time. It is challenging, but I like that about it. I think if it wasn't challenging, it wouldn't feel so rewarding to then boot up the game and have stuff just work. Like, when I first started, when I first did a test run on the very beginning, god damn it. I'm judging you, Mary. Shaking my head at you, Rumia. Alright. There's one more game that I'd like to try. They're good words, yeah. Let's see. Here we are. Casting Hearts. Let's see now. Let's turn the music down just a little bit. Sound down. Sound captions. I'm gonna have that on. Just in case. I'm gonna turn that to full screen. Language is English. Okay. Music. Madrum's room. Crystal ball check. Spells check. Oh, menus right here. Nice. Okay, I think I have everything set up now. Just need to sit myself down. Let me see. Oop. Options. Text speed. There we are. Isn't it? Okay, let's set this up. That is so awesome! I love that. Sound casting a magic. Being able to see what the sound is and what music is playing. That is super cool. I love the accessibility of that. So that people who are hard of hearing or deaf can play this and be able to at least kind of understand when effects are happening. Because it doesn't seem like there's any like visual indication of these things. Anyways. Okay. Hey Ginger. I'm just gonna talk until you respond so I know you can hear me. Not sure what to talk about. It's been a week since we last called, right? Nothing much has happened since then. Been holed up inside as usual. Mostly, I just cry a lot by myself. Wish I could meet up, study for exams. I just want to meet up with you and other people again. In person, I mean. Crystal ball chats are better than nothing, but like, it's just not the same. I don't want to complain about this too much, though. I know things could be worse. Cases have been going up here again, so I've been trying to avoid going out unless I have to. I guess you still can't hear me, since you haven't responded yet. Good thing you didn't hear me, to be honest. Just listening to myself is making me sad, and I'm the one saying it. I'd say I hope things are going better on your end, but I've seen the news. Things are pretty awful everywhere, I guess. I'm definitely running out of things to say that aren't really depressing, so I hope you can hear me soon. Hey! I can hear you, Marge. Can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you, but I can't seem to see you. Can you see me? I can see you fine. You can't see me at all? No, nothing's showing up. Maybe I did something wrong. It's probably on my end. I got a new crystal ball yesterday, and it's my first time using it. Give me a moment so I can respell everything. How's this? Oh, I can see you now. Oh, good. I was worried I'd have to drag my old ball out of the closet or something. This new one's really nice. I can see and hear you super clearly. You didn't tell me you cut your hair, though. Oh, right. I kind of chopped it off on a whim. It looks great. Short hair suits you. Okay, cutting your hair on a whim during the pandemic, though, that's a mood. Me and all 3 of my roommates, like within a couple of weeks of the pandemic, all shaved ourselves bald. Of course it runs Doom. Everything runs Doom. Thanks. It's definitely less of a hassle to wash, at least. Right, now that we're both here, make it rain hearts! Hearty birthday, Ginger! Aw, Marge, this is so cute! I've spelled something up so that I can share my magic with you through the crystal ball. Whoa, that's so cool! How'd you do that? A lot of research. And there's more where that came from. Just you wait. This is going to be the best birthday date ever. I'm excited already. You wouldn't tell me anything about it. I wanted it to be a surprise. Speaking of, I got a package today in the mail from you. Oh, I'm so glad it actually got there on time. I was getting nervous. Can I open it? Of course. I want to hear what you think. Oh, okay. Let's see. Oh, wow! I've been wanting this flask set for ages. Thank you! You think I didn't know? You've been talking about wanting new flasks for months now. And you only mentioned how much you like this set maybe a dozen times or so. Okay, so maybe I wasn't super subtle about it. Let me know your thoughts after you've made a few potions. I'll send you pictures! I'm looking forward to it. But that's for later. It's time to start your birthday date. We haven't started it already? Well, technically yes, but I'm in the actual fun parts. Talking to you is fun, though. You know what I mean. I do. So what do you have planned? Okay, then. I brought dessert, take a walk, play a game. What do you think? I feel like taking a walk would be nice, but like how? Shut up, Mary. Shall we take a walk? Inside our rooms? Because that would be a great date plan. No, I have something a bit different in mind. Wait a sec. Casting a magic spell. There. Wait, what? Wait, I can't see anything! Give it a second. It should show up for you soon, too. Oh, wow! We're at the sea! I remembered a while back you said you wanted to take a vacation, right? We can't really travel now, but I thought I could try to recapture the experience at least. You remembered! That's so sweet of you. Where have you whisked me away to, dear Marge? The distant shores of Woodwile. Only an hour's broom ride away from the school, actually. Oh, I've always wanted to go. Let's go together when I'm done with my study abroad. Sounds like a plan. What are we gonna do at the shores of Woodwild today, then? Thought we could go on a little seaside walk. Alright. Do you need me to do anything? Just give me a moment to focus. Okay. Now, just imagine a whale saying hello, lying on the grass. Seagulls soaring above. Seagulls soaring above us. Whoa! It's like we're really at the sea. But without the trouble of real seagulls, which like to eat your food. Yeah, I had a burger stolen from me once. A whole burger? I think I'd eaten half of it already, but I'm still annoyed by it. I promise, these magic seagulls won't do any food snatching. Now, just imagine a whale saying hello. A whale saying hello from the sea. Oh, look at that! It's so cute! Oh my gosh! I've never seen a whale before! Well, this isn't a real whale, so you still haven't seen one. Marge, don't ruin the moment. Sorry. Whales are so cool, though. They're so big and majestic. Maybe we can go whale watching sometime then. Now, just imagine lying on the grass with flowers all around. Oh, Marge, these flowers are so lovely. What kind of flowers are they? No idea, to be honest. Sorry, I've never been good with plants. It's fine. That's what you have me for. Yeah, you're the only reason I passed my potions final last year. Gosh, I remember that. Teaching you the differences between mugworts over crystal ball was really hard. I still think they should give the plants different names if they're not the same. Now, just imagine holding hands as we walk. Marge? Aren't you gonna spell something? Oh, sorry. The truth is, I was thinking about, like, spelling a turnip or something, so that if I gripped it, it'd let you know I gripped it. So that it'd be kind of like holding hands. But when I tested it out, it just made me feel really lonely. Marge, it's okay. We can hold hands again when we meet up in person. You're right. Until then, you'll have to make do with my silly magic walks. I really enjoyed this one. Let's do it again. I'll spell up another location for you next time, then. But first, it's time for the next part of your birthday date. Let me undo the location spell. There. We're back! You always were so good at creating spells. Thanks, Ginger. Okay, then. Time to play a game. I thought we could play a game. A game? That sounds fun! Should I set anything up on my end? Nope. I have everything prepared. Just let me set up some stuff. I was thinking we could play a word game. Ooh, how would we do that? You know that game where you come up with words that start with the last letter of the previous word? The rules are that the word has to match the theme, and words can't be repeated. Like a word chain! I played this a lot as a kid on long trips. Sorry, it's a boring game. I was having trouble thinking of something we could play over a crystal ball. I don't think it's boring. Let's try it, Marge. What's the theme for the words? I was thinking we could do words related to birthdays. And if you win, I'll send you an extra present through the post. Ooh. Wait, what happens if I lose? Well, I'll still give you the present, but only the next time you see me in person. I'm okay with that, too. Can I start? Of course. Okay, then. My first word is icing. Like icing on a cake. Wait, give me a moment. I think I messed something up. Let's see. There, everything's fine now. Whoa! I can see the word I said! Surprised? I spelled that up earlier. Marge, this is so cool and not boring at all. Thanks. Time for me to think up a word, though. Gift. Like a birthday gift. That works. I guess that means I have to think up a word that starts with T then. I'm gonna go with toy, because you give people toys for birthdays. Huh? The word didn't show up. Sorry, give me another moment. I think I got it. It's working! Great, now let me think about my next word. Okay. I need a word that starts with Y. Year! Because birthdays come every year. Oh, nice! Word that starts with R, huh? Okay, got one. I'm gonna go with ribbon, because you use those to wrap birthday presents. Wait, the word's not showing up this time either. I'll fix that right now. Give me a bit more time. Just wait a bit longer. Marge, if it's not working, that's okay. No, it's fine. I can fix this. Oh, there it is. It's my turn again now. What's a word that starts with N? Norbert, North, or Noodle? Oh. The panic. Noodle? The, food? The food? Yeah. Because you can eat noodles on your birthday. That's a bit of a stretch. Yeah, I knew that even as I said it. I just couldn't think of anything else. Does that mean I win? Yep, the extra present is yours. Let me just clear the spell then. There, all done. Aw, I liked seeing the words. That was a really cute game, Marge. Thanks. But are you sure you didn't lose on purpose just to let me win the present? I didn't. Magicking this thing up is honestly pretty exhausting. Oh, Marge, you didn't have to tire yourself out for this. It's fine, Ginger. I wanted to. And I'm excited to send you your extra present, too. Ooh, what is it? A surprise, obviously, for when it arrives. Can't I get a hint? No. Not even a little one? No. Please? The answer is still no. Ask again, and I'm not going to send it. No, I want my present. I'm kidding. But anyway, I still have more planned. Okay, next. Marge. Huh? You're not overdoing it, are you? With your magic? What? No, I'm fine. Totally. Are you sure? I'm fine, Ginger. I just want you to know that this date has already been really fun, okay? So, like, don't deplete your magic too much. I said I'm fine, Ginger. Really. Alright. So you don't have to worry about it. Okay, then. I brought dessert. Let's chat. I feel like let's chat is a good option. Because I brought dessert sounds like it's going to be using magic and it might make her upset. So, talking. Is it okay if we just chat for a bit? Of course it is. I love talking with you. Are you having fun? Huh? Of course I am. This is such a nice date, Marge. Thank you for doing all this for me. I just wish I could have done more. Marge, listen. You've done more than enough. I'm so happy just to be here with you right now. Talking with you like this, it's the best birthday present ever. Ginger, but I want you to be honest with me. You've been overdoing it with your magic, haven't you? Okay, maybe a little. But I realized that earlier, which is why I'm just chatting with you now. I had other stuff planned, but I knew if I tried it now, I'd just screw it up. Marge, you know I worry about you, right? Sorry, I just wanted to do more. I know you must be having a hard time over there. Yeah, it's been rough. I'd only been here a week or so when everything started getting shuttered. Honestly, it still feels so weird. I came here for a study term, but I've practically been locked in this whole time. All my classes are through a crystal ball, too. I haven't even met any of my other classmates. Like, I don't even know why I'm here at this point. Ginger. I've been trying my best, but it's been really lonely. Your crystal ball chats have helped me so much, though. You can call me whenever. Thanks, Marge. This was a really nice birthday. It was so nice just spending time with you like this. I really miss you. I expect you to plan a birthday date for me that's just as nice then, okay? Of course I will. You don't even have to ask. It's about time for me to get to bed, though. Oh, right. Time zones. Chat again soon? Yeah. Night, Ginger. Night, Marge. I love you. Good night, and... Yay! That was cute. Once again, another very cute one. So let's see. Story, Art, and Code by NPC Casey. Music by SD Hizumi. Tiny Games Bundle and Little Rat are to thank, as well as all these Patreon supporters. That was very, very, very cute. This kind of art style reminds me of Hello Kitty a lot. But that, my friends, is 3 of the games that you can play if you download... Hold on. If you download the Tiny Games to Make Magic With bundle on itch.io. All of the proceeds go towards the indie creators of these games, and in the hopes that it helps other indie game creators broaden their audience. Hopefully we see more fun, sweet little games like these on Steam. More people can see them, more money goes to these indie devs. We get more visual novels, more otome. A lot of people, when I... Hold on. I've got a better idea. There we are. A lot of people, when I was... should I put on some music? I like music. Music, music. I'm big. I'm gonna put on some lo-fi hip-hop beats.
Get instant savings when you enroll in
No, I don't
Snapshot
care,
Kofi,
thank you.
A new program that helps small businesses like yours.
Details? Like on my model, you mean? So, I made the ears myself, which was a little tricky. And I gave me some freckles and the eyes. The eyes were actually an asset I downloaded. You can't really tell, but there's little stars and sparkles in it. And then, of course, my eyebrows and my lashes are white, as well as my hair. Has no undershirt? That's true. That is true. It's harder to layer stuff like that. Like, I'm not an expert in Vroid. I kind of just did what I could. So let's just pretend I'm wearing like a tank top under this. Oh yes, the fangs I did on my own too, and these glasses, which were, by the way, the biggest pain in the universe. It looks a lot worse when I'm tilting to the side, as you can see. But, anyways. What was I saying? Yeah. In order to add stuff like hats and glasses and accessories to your Vroid model, you have to download you have to use special assets and then upload the model to Unity and then configure it like that, and I just couldn't figure it out. Otome pool? Poll? Oh, yeah. No, I don't remember what I... Oh, yes! Oh, I was talking about the poll I did. So a lot of Otome players, people who specifically play, straight cut Otome games, like you play as a female character, you romance male characters, the theme is romance. A lot of those people, I was surprised to see, don't consider playing indie games. Like, a lot of them will only play the, like, AAA stuff that comes out on Switch or major consoles. Because I guess it's more visible, more accessible. That's what I imagine. Because I feel like there might be a small percentage of people who think, oh, indie game means not as good or something. But I pretty much only play indie games now. Every so often I'll buy one of those AAA releases, but they just get boring. Because there's so much limitation. There's not any diversity in characters. There's not any of the subjects that, like, matter to me as a person, as a member of the LGBT community. And a lot of them have, like, really young MCs. Might also be a preference for JP stuff. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's how I got into Otome too, because my very first Otome, for real, was Magical Diary. And I did it because it was like, oh, magical school? You can do magic, you can do puzzles. There's some cute love interests. It looks fun. Before then, I was really into manga. I was really into BL and BL drama CDs. And so it was through that, funny enough, that I learned that there were games that were like Choose Your Own Adventure. And so I started looking up these Choose Your Own Adventure games for the BL genre. And of course, they're all 18 plus, and I'm like a kid. So I'm like, guess I can't do that. But as I'm researching this, I come across Magical Diary. I come across Hanako Games, specifically. And Magical Diary looks really cute. I remember I asked my mom to buy the game for me, and I had to do chores, like extra chores, for an entire weekend for her to buy the game for me. You were playing BL games at 13? I would listen to the drama CDs on YouTube back before they had like super heavy censorship, and they were like nasty. Like, there's a reason this stuff is rated R18, right? But like, it was what got me interested in, like, oh, that's like a thing I can have more of. And I sought it out and just happened to find Otome games. But after Magical Diary, I just loved it so much that I went looking for more stuff anywhere I could find it. Of course, I didn't have any money because I'm a kid, so I couldn't buy stuff on PC, but there's tons of free apps on smartphones. And so my mother had a smartphone. I did not have a smartphone yet, but she would let me download one or two apps to her phone so that I could play them during like long car trips. And I downloaded, I think it was Shall We Date Ninja Love. That was my first mobile otoge. Completely free. It was one of those like MOBA games where like every so often you have to spin for like points in order to progress or whatever. But that's what got me into mobile otoge, so that when I did finally get a smartphone, I was like, finally, yes, I can now buy all of the Otome games. So I bought a bunch of Voltage. I'm not saying the company because I don't like them anymore. I got a bunch of games, and by the time I got a smartphone, I also had a part-time job, so I could help pay bills at home. And whatever money I had left over, I would use to buy stuff for Otome games. And this was back when you could just buy singular roots for whatever love interest you were interested in. So you would download, like, Shall We Date Konkatsu for Marriage, and you would spend $5 to buy a so-and-so character, and you get, like, their root and their epilogue. Or you could pay, like, a flat fee to get everything. Same thing with Voltage games. You could pay a little bit of money to get one root and their epilogue, or... well, no, I don't think there was a flat fee for those even back then. And then Voltage games, of course, had the big selection with each of their standalone apps of, like, side stories and more epilogues and more seasons. So I was always spending, like, tons and tons of money on these. And now I'm here. I kind of fell out of love with these mobile otoge. Voltage, I don't like their, the way they're running things right now. How costly it is to buy things on their app. And their heart system for these stories, god awful. Me playing Shall We Date because no money to buy roots, so I do. Exactly, yeah. Like early on, when I didn't have any money, I played tons of Shall We Date games because it was like a ticket system, right? You would have 5 tickets a day, or something like that, and you'd spend those 5 tickets progressing in the story, and then when you ran out of tickets, of course there was the option to buy more with money, or you could just wait. And you could effectively play the whole game for free. And I think I think Otome was a lot more accessible back then. Like, I haven't played a lot of mobile otoge recently, because again, I've kind of fallen out of it. I don't like these models for Otome games, how they just kind of ask you for more money, and more money at every corner. But it was so much easier maybe 10 years ago, 15, to get into Otome. And now, I mean, you've got people begging to see, you know, playthroughs and watching Let's Plays of stuff because they can't afford to get the games themselves. You know, buying a AAA game nowadays, gotta pay like $50, $60. I mean, it's well deserved for all of the, I'm sure, the art, the UI, everything. It's not like these big companies are gonna start a Kickstarter or anything, but I don't know. I think it's kind of sad that more people don't get into indie games, despite how I think indie games are much more accessible than the big games. They're just not as widely viewed. And that's a shame, because there's a lot of really frickin' good indie games. Like the ones I just played. They're so cute. And it took less than 30 minutes to play each one. I'd love to see more games like this, which is why I think buying this specific bundle would go a really long way towards at least showing people that there's a demand for it. In fact, I think when I went to the page last time, their stretch goal had been met. Let me see something. Oh, yeah. Well, funny enough, their goal... Oh, I'm frozen. Frozen in time and space. There I am. Odd. Okay. I don't know why I'm looking like that right now, because my thing is working on my side. But anyways. Yeah, as you can see, their goal was just $1,000 to... Well, here. You can see for yourself. The theme, tiny games to make magic with. Each of these games was created with love and care for a tiny experience you can enjoy within half an hour. The bundle also comes with a set of trading cards for the games to keep even after you're done playing. So, all of the money that is raised goes back to the creators so that they can afford to put their games on Steam, which would reach a much wider audience. And I think that's really cool. They can't put their games on Steam. From what I understand, you have to show a demand. And I think it also costs money to list your game. Like, I've seen some garbage-ass stuff on on Steam. I've seen some garbage games. So it's kind of amazing that some of these games can just fly under the radar, but genuinely cute little experiences like these might have a hard time. Dunno. It makes me wonder. I mean, you know what, though? I know that for a fact that Steam does have a pretty strict guidelines for their games. What can be included in them. So, maybe that's something. Dunno. If I ever... No, not if. When. When I finish this game I'm writing, I'm wondering where I should publish it. Steam would be interesting, but I don't know. Itch.io seems to be a very friendly place for indie devs to reach an audience of people who are looking for indie games. Steam, not so much. Steam, you can get these AAA games, and there's a lot of people who, you know, they're looking for stuff that they like. It doesn't necessarily have to be indie games. So I don't know. Is it more profitable? Who knows? I know on itch.io you do also get a chance to, you know, name your own price. You can either sell it for, let's say, $10. Or you can be like, suggested donation, $10. Or you can just download it for free if you don't have the money. Which is another thing I think is cool. Because the people who do have money and are able to give, will. And then the people who can't, for whatever reason, can still access their game. Yes, it drives down profitability, but I think making otome games accessible is really important. Something that really needs to be worked on. And I'm completely just rambling. So you guys can tell me if I'm being boring. Gosh. I'm not sure what I should talk about. I am kind of vibing right now, to be honest. I feel good talking about Otome projects, rather. Things you hope to achieve. So, I've been getting more into visual novel dev side of Twitter. And it's been really interesting. There are a lot of people with cool ideas. There's a dev that I saw. They made a wrestling game. And they have options in their settings menu to make the text in the game either, completely normal, or dyslexia friendly, or larger for people who need large print, or, I think there was a different, hyper readability, something like that. But making that, and like the last game we just played, where there's text that pops up anytime a sound happens that describes the sound or describes the music, that's super cool. I love that. It takes something that's already accessible, because I got those things at such a low price point, and it makes them even more accessible to people who otherwise might not be able to play Otome games. In fact, let me see if I can pull up my research I did. I did not have it pinned. La da da da, do 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 do. Trying to find my thing. Okay. Oh my god. Things I hope to achieve in my game. Otherwise, I would like to make a diverse cast. And I know a lot of people say make a diverse cast, make it more diverse than what's already existent. I've been looking at some games that have, like characters that have personalities that just completely go out of the boundaries of what normal Otome games usually do. I mean, you have tropes. You have character tropes. The tsundere, the dere, the ore-sama character, the tough guy who's actually really sweet, blah blah blah. And I think having those tropes is really cool, but I'd like to see things that turn those tropes on their head. Like a Shota-looking character. Like a very cute, young-looking boy who's actually, really tough and strong and stuff. It's one of the reasons why I like Epel Fellmeyer in Twisted Wonderland, because he's a very pretty, fluffy, cute-looking boy. But he's super cool. He's really athletic and not afraid of getting his hands dirty. He comes from a farming village and is very down to earth. Utapri Fedora dude. You mean Natsuki? Natsuki is very interesting. The whole thing they did with Natsuki and Satsuki Oh, oh no, I don't know his name. I know who you're talking about, though. They always, yeah, in songs that are produced by Utapri, they always make him like the cute character. He does little cute songs. But like his character, I've only seen the anime, but his character is like, he wants to be really tough and he wants to crush people's expectations of him just because he's small and boyish faced. Yeah, he's like the athletic guy. Oh god, every time I use the keyboard I forget I have hotkeys programmed for my face. I totally... Maybe it's under something different. Oh yeah, here we are. My Otome research. Okay, so look. I haven't shared... Maybe I'll change the title real quick. Okay. Just okay. There we are. So I'm gonna go boop. And oh, for goodness sakes. No, Trinity. Let's go boop. There we go. Much better. So, oh, and all of this is completely anonymous. There is absolutely no way to see anybody's name or information through this. It's just numbers. So, very interesting stuff that I've learned through doing this survey. So I posted this to Otome Twitter, and then I posted this to 2 different Otome-centric Facebook groups. 74 people, right? Yeah. And I posted it on Tumblr, and most of the interaction I got with it was through OG-san lovers. People who follow me who are also very into like middle-aged men and above. So I did get some interesting stuff there. But, so this is just like a general, most of the people, I believe, American English. Let's see. 71% of people who play Otome games, 18 to 29. Not very many people under the age of 18, funny enough. Nobody too terribly high in the age range. So between the ages of 18 and say 49 is what we're looking at for the American market of just like Otome games. I would say a lot of these people, just because I've looked at these results, a lot of these people are not super into the indie side. So this is like a lot of people who are used to playing console Otome. Most people are female or non-binary. I did get a couple of men, which was really cool. I like the idea that men can enjoy otome too. I mean, apparently the definition of an otome is something written for women as a target audience, whatever. But, like, who cares? I read stuff that's targeted towards men all the time. Doesn't mean I'm a man. Also, I play tons of otome. I'm not a woman either. Lots of heterosexual people, bisexuals also, polyamorous people, very cool. I found it really interesting. There's a lot of demisexual is in here twice. I guess somebody must have typed it. A lot of asexual people like to play otome games, which tells me that there are a lot of people who like the romance aspect of otome games, not so much the sexual part. I know that sexual R18 stuff is very popular and gets a lot of money, but not a lot of lesbians? No. Of the 74 people, only one person. Funny. I don't know. I mean, I would say, oh, well, lesbians probably play Yuri games, but more games are like about romancing boys. Yeah, otome games, for the most part, are about romancing boys. So, I mean, I'm a lesbian and I really like playing otome games. I just like reading it like it's a romance novel. The MC is not me. It's just a character. It's like reading a book about romance, for me. And I would say, oh, lesbians probably read Yuri visual novels, but I don't think that's true either. Because the Yuri visual novels I've seen are very much not written for women or other non-male folks. I am a romantic at heart. I love romance. Not a big surprise here. Most people prefer English language otome. I did not ask. I wrote this whole thing in English, and I posted it in English spaces, so I'm not surprised. It didn't have as much of a reach as it could have. Some people said Japanese, some people said Spanish, which I think that would be... I think that's your response, Rumia. I'm not saying, like, Portuguese devs, but I think it would be interesting to have... I think it would be interesting to have otome games translated so that they can reach a wider audience. Yeah? So let's see. Most people use PC, Switch, or their smartphone or tablet to play otome games. Now, there are a couple of otome games that were released on the PlayStation. Not a whole lot. I have one of the fan discs for Code Realize on the PlayStation. That's about it. Emulators are great for playing otome games that are only in Japanese and then adding an English patch to it. People be playing Tokimeki Memorial, absolutely. I used an emulator myself to play Tokimeki First Kiss. Because you know I'm about that Himuro life. And then I used a friend's DS. I don't know how they added an English patch on their DS, but they did it. And I used it to play Second Kiss. Yeah, no, I can't do it. The very first time I played Hakuoki, it was on PSP. I bought no, I didn't buy it. I got it for my birthday when I was like, I want to say 17. By that time, PSPs had gone out of style, and they were really cheap. So I got this little red PSP, and I played Hakuoki on it. And it was a formative experience for me, I shall say. Never played anything on the PS Vita. I have been a broke bitch since I was a kid. My parents could not afford to buy new consoles for me. And so I always got like hand-me-downs and stuff that had already been out of production for a really long time. I didn't even get a PlayStation 4 until 2020. That was me and my roommate's big purchase. We all split the cost on a PS4 right after the PS5 dropped. Like, that's the first new console I've ever bought. Officially licensed games are indie games. 82% of people prefer officially licensed games to indie games. And that kinda... I don't want to say disappointing, because I think, again, it's an accessibility thing. It's a visibility thing. Indie games don't get the kind of hype and marketing that officially licensed games get. And so you have to be like scouring the internet, going on itch.io and looking stuff up, or following certain people on Twitter in order to learn about some of these games. And it's really a shame, because I've played some... In fact, I can confidently say I've played some indie games that are 100 times better than any officially licensed game I've ever played. Do you prefer to pay for each individual route, or pay one price for all routes? So, pay for whole game. 93.2% of people said that. And I have to wonder if that might be like I don't want to say generational thing. When I was a teenager and buying Otome games, it's cheaper to pay for the whole game, yeah? I mean, fair. When I was a teenager paying for Otome games, it would be like you put down $4 for one route of your love interest of choice, and you get the route and the epilogue. And then, of course, they have a season 2, a season 3, blah, 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 blah. And the app continuously updates and adds more stories, and each story would be like $2. Over time, of course, that adds up a lot. And I'm sure that might be something. So I don't know, maybe it's a nostalgia thing for me. I liked it back when you just paid for the routes that you wanted. Like, you don't have to... There's no pressure to complete a game 100% and date dudes that you're not even interested in. Besides, too, that costs so much. Would you pay for extra special features / collector's items? So, yes was 32.4%, no was 16.2%. Would rather buy merch separately, overwhelmingly more. So, most people would rather just like buy the game, and then if they want merch, they'll buy it at, on their own terms. That's something I agree with. Like, I've bought limited edition games that come with stuff, and then like half the stuff I don't even care about. And most of these other responses amount to, 1, I don't have the money for a limited edition / extra merch. 2, I don't like getting stuff in a bundle because I don't like some of the stuff, or it doesn't have a character I care about. And 3, like, the quality of stuff that you get nowadays with limited edition Otome games has just dropped, and it's not worth the money. But then, I asked, when a game has a collector's edition, what items do you like to see? Art book. Definitely lots of people want an art book. Completely understandable. Everybody loves an art book. You get to see more pictures of your love interest. And then, who was next? Physical prints. So lots of people just like art. Art of their love interest of choice. Stuff that you can have in a book, stuff that you can put on your walls, toys, very big too, because that's something that the developers don't do a lot. I've seen a lot of indie developers who are like crowdsourcing their games offer these kinds of physical merchandise items, and I've seen a couple that do toys, plushies, figures, what have you. They're a little more expensive, but a lot of people really like them. Most people don't know Japanese. Surprise drama CDs are so low. Yeah, it's like I have drama CDs from Pub Encounter Dandy Shot because I really love that game, and there's no merchandise for it. So I just buy what I see when I can find stuff. But I have to, when I listen to them, I have to find someone who's done a translation job for these CDs, and it's really hard. I only have a translation for one of the CDs, and it was commissioned by someone else. So I was just lucky to get it. I asked very nicely. But yeah, with drama CDs, it's nice to listen to, but if you don't understand what the Japanese VAs are saying, then you know, it's a lot of money for something you can't fully enjoy. And then acrylic stands and keychains. I was surprised to see that not very many people bought that, considering how many people are really into Ita bags and like collecting corkboard merchandise, like walls and walls of buttons and keychains and stuff. I've seen some people's otome hauls. It's kind of crazy. Digital download items, also very cool, and an easy way to make money for devs. Because if you're already making the art and making the soundtrack and stuff, all you have to do is compile it and then sell it separately. Buttons, pins, physical soundtrack discs, wearable merch, very good. But yeah, most of what people want is art. What is most important in an otome game? Many people said writing. Some people said good art. Good BG art. I think that's one of these tiny ones. A small but not insignificant slice of this pie wants inclusivity. Which, to that I say, go see some indie games. A lot of indie games are coming out that are just fantastic and inclusive. Like, not the last game we played, but the second game we played. The potion making class. I think that the main character goes by Neo pronouns. And, like, I don't have much practice with Neo pronouns, but it was really cool to, like, it feels freeing, I guess, to have people who are just not the kind of people you usually see in otome. A non-binary character and a character with Neo pronouns, and they're like the main characters, and they're just like people doing stuff. It was really nice. The upper limit of what you would pay for a complete otome game, all routes. Most people said 50 plus, which is what most AAA otome offerings cost these days. Some people said 20 to 40, which is, a fair price for like a shorter otome. 10 to 20 is what you would pay for like a smaller indie game. the upper limit of what you would pay for a single route. $4 to $5 is what you would pay back in the day, I guess I should say. And I am kind of surprised that there are people willing to pay more than that for a single route. Would you pay to get... So this is the Kickstarter stuff I was talking about earlier. Would you pay to get early access to an unfinished or untested Otome game? So like a game that's half done, but they need to recoup costs for CG, for composition, for background art, whatever. Most people said no. Some people said maybe. Very small amount of people said yes. So, would you pay to get to be a beta tester, basically? Would you pay to support an Otome game in development? So, not be a beta tester, but just like throw money. Again, maybe, no, yes. So, yes is a little bit more in this category, which I like. Let's see. Is accessibility important when choosing what games you buy? Do not have... Maybe it's big because it really depends on the game. That's fair, yeah. I mean, you can go through Kickstarter right now and there's probably 100 bajillion people trying to fund their visual novel projects. But if you're not interested in the premise, there's no point in throwing your money at it. I mean... Let's see. Is accessibility important when choosing what games you buy? So for this question, I added not just like accessibility as far as like individual disability and being able to use the games, but also accessibility as far as like what things you have, what technology you have to play. Because I know there are people who don't have PCs. There are a lot of people who don't have the newest consoles. So it makes it really hard to play these big AAA games that everybody freaks out about on Twitter if you don't have a Switch. So some people, as you can see, don't have PC or consoles. Some people don't have access to certain consoles, or they only have one specific console and can't access a lot of games. Price. This was a big one. A bunch of people said that price is an important factor, which I can totally understand. Like when I was younger, I couldn't buy Otome games because I didn't have money because I was a kid. And then when I was a teenager, I had a very limited amount of money, so I had to really budget on what I could buy. So for people like that, or, you know, grown adults who don't have a lot of extra money after payday, can't really, you know, afford to buy a $50, $60 Otome game. Certain aspects of Otome make playing inaccessible to me, such as controls, user interface, visuals, reading, etc. So this one's more of like a personal disabilities make it harder for me to be able to play Otome, which is where these certain GUI functions that make it easier to read text or show what sounds are going on, or, you know, like change the cursor, whatever it may be, I think are really cool because it makes them accessible to people who wouldn't otherwise be able to play Otome games. This person, I guess, just doesn't have access. Plain and simple. Lots of people would pay extra for an R18 version of an existing Otome game. I'm not surprised, because remember, a lot of people who are playing these games are already over the age of 18, and they want more mature stories. That being said, there are also a lot of people who only like the romantic stuff. I think there should be a choice. I think you should be able to choose whether or not really does. Oh, you don't even. So, this new BL game that came out, New Carnival, already has over 2 million downloads. And it's only been like, I think 2 months since it was released, or something like that. And their user base just keeps growing and growing. And it's straight up just like super nasty R18 stuff. I don't like paying extra for it. It has to be included from the get-go. I want to play that, but yeah. The only reason I can play it is because they have an option to play it on your internet browser. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to play it at all. But I think there could be a balance between, like in an otome game where you can choose to make things more sexual, or you can choose to make things just a little bit more innocent. Rather, more, not platonic, but more on the interpersonal romance rather than the physical aspect. That way you can satisfy, people who want a little bit more spice, but give people the option in case they don't want that. Yeah, well, okay, I say that, but the browser thing, I have an iPhone. That's why it works for me. I've been told that it's not the same on Android. And I have absolutely no idea if I can do it on the computer. What images do you prefer to see on the... So this is game content. Most people like on the box art, title screen, whatever, the group photos where it's all of the love interests plus the main character just all squished together in one art piece. And I have to agree with that. I like being able to see my main character surrounded by the love interests rather than just main character and one singular love interest, or only the love interests. Because I want to be reminded that the main character is the main character, the main focus. There is an interesting response, though. So it says, I choose the group photo of all love interests option, but then I remember Ayakashi Romance Reborn lets you pick the character/art you want to see in the title screen. And I think that's pretty cool too. You can go into settings, choose who your love interest is, and that love interest is the person you see on your title screen. That's pretty cool. I've played a game where the title screen is blank when you first play it, and then as you play through the routes, whoever's route you play through and finish, that character shows up on the title screen when you go back to the main title. And I think that's pretty cool too. Okay. Do you like it when the love interests interact regularly as a group? Most people say yes. So situations where it's you all live under the same roof, or you all work in the same office, or you all go to the same school, stuff like that. There are also games, though, that are you work at an office, but one of the love interests is a photographer you met, and one of the love interests is a boss from the rival company, or something like that. The love interests don't know each other, never interact, but you can pursue any one of them. That's what I mean by separate. But big group seems to win out. Genres was a really good one. Old world fantasy, my personal favorite. And modern fantasy, also a good one. So what we have today, except there's magic. Occupational life, That's a good one. Office romances, always good. Thriller, suspense, and horror. A lot of people like that. Historical. Y'all, there's so many Otome games about the Shinsengumi. Can we please? Medical drama. Yes. So, there are multiple games made by game developer who must not be named. Hold on a second. I'm gonna dip out for... Whoop. School life is so low. Well, yeah, because most of the people who are playing these games are not in school anymore. Like, I used to like playing games where I was a teenager, when I was a teenager. But now that I'm older, I just don't relate to the main character as much. So it makes it kind of boring for me. Okay, Magical Diary is an exception, because that one it's close to my heart. And yeah, no, that's my personal opinion. Everybody's different. School life is a very popular one. There's a ton of otome centered around school life and slice of life. But medical drama, there's two games that come to mind immediately. Don't remember the name of the second one, but Kiss of Revenge was made around 2010s. And it's basically like you're a doctor, and your love interests are like another doctor, the guy from the OR, the guy from billing department, stuff like that. And it's like, it's very much Grey's Anatomy kinds of stuff, where you have this romance going on, but then also you're a doctor and you're treating patients. Grey's Anatomy. I can't do Grey's Anatomy. Medical dramas hurt me. I hate medical dramas because they make me super anxious. I like dramas that end okay. But medical dramas, sometimes it's like they did everything they could and there's someone that still dies. And it's really sad and painful. I don't like that. It makes my stomach hurt. Not a fan. Anyways, mystery also up there. So, this one was pretty cool. When you choose a character to pursue, what age range do you prefer? Lots of people prefer a love interest that's older than them. And then, age does not affect choice was the next highest. Same age was third. And then everything else is in these little bitty things. Most of these little slices are age doesn't matter to me. And then younger than me, delegated to a teeny tiny... This one person, though, so valid. I already expected it to be kind of like that, but, like, it happens. You know, I'm dating someone who's younger than me. I don't care about it, but that's, like, a fact. When playing an otome game, what age range do you prefer the player to be in? Most people said 18 to 29. How many years younger? You mean my partner? Good lord. She is 4 years younger than me. We met in college. And as of no, it's not a huge age gap. As of last month, we have been dating for 2 years. most of which was during the pandemic, long distance. We got 3 dates in before the pandemic hit, and then for most of the time that we were dating, it was Skype calls. Right? We had our anniversary and it was really sweet. We had a waitress like, "Oh my god, it's your anniversary. How long have you guys been together?" And my partner was like, "Oh yeah, we've been together for 2 years." And the waitress was like, "Oh, wait, 2 years? You mean like during the pandemic? Like when did you start dating?" We were like, "Oh yeah, it's a really funny story. We started dating like just before the pandemic hit." And they were like, "So you guys continued to date while you couldn't meet face to face and stayed socially distant from each other for at least 1.5 years, and y'all are still dating?" And we're like, "Yeah, like it's hard." It's like, hair flip, whatever. I'm just cool like that. That's how it be. At any rate. So... Exactly! I mean, it's nice that we get to cuddle now and see each other. But, like... It was really nice getting to know my partner. Even though the pandemic was so shitty to everybody. That was like one of the highlights of it for me, was just getting to talk to someone, get to know them, and be engaged in a relationship with someone who was just as engaged with it as I was. It was nice. Anyways, enough about me. Funny enough, a couple of people want their player characters to be over the age of 50, which I think is freaking awesome. To them I say, you should go play Later Daters. Go do it. It's a really freaking good game. It's awesome. Go play it, please. I might even beg. Not enough people have played this game and it's so good. Okay. When playing an otome, do you prefer to have a named hero or heroine? Most people would like to customize the name and pronouns of the player character. A lot of people would also like to customize the name, the pronouns, and how the character looks. But there's also a very significant amount of people who prefer to have just like a character who's already named and has their own look. Like, let's say, Cardia from Code Realize. You can change her name, obviously, in the game, but she's like her own character. Even if you change her name, Cardia is Cardia. Never see player character leave up to imagination. That's interesting. It would definitely take a lot of pressure off of devs to not have to include the player character in CGs and sprites and stuff, but I think that also takes away from representation. You know? I mean, you can be like, "Oh yeah, the MC is blah blah blah." You can say that you're inclusive, but if your MC doesn't have a face, doesn't have a voice, doesn't have a name, then, yeah. Do you like to be able to see the player character when playing? Lots of people said yes. Which, cool. I also think that's very cool when there's a sprite or image of your character while you're playing. Toggle sprite on and off, also good, which I think is a really good middle ground for yes or no. You can just choose. When playing an otome game, do you mind if the game contains questionable content? Most people said no. Some people said yes. Oh no, most people said either no or only if game contains trigger warnings. Super valid. There's a game I've heard about yesterday. It sounds super interesting. Element, yep, it's there. You see it. Anyways, I heard about a game yesterday on one of the Otome Facebook groups that I follow. Very, very super dark psychological horror game. It deals a lot with mental illness, with different forms of abuse, with unaliving and stuff like that. Extremely dark. The developer calls it an anti-Otome game, in fact. Highlight your answer. Star Wars Kenobi meme. That is why I'm here. But, this game, I'm not gonna say the title because it's, even the title is very, dark. But this game, with all of its extremely dark themes, it also has some trigger warnings. Most of the trigger warnings I saw, though, were from someone who had already played it, and that thing was a laundry list. You've got everything from self-harm to child abuse to all kinds of really horrible stuff. It sounds... I will give you the name later, because I think it would be something you would enjoy. For me, though, just out of curiosity, I went and watched the trailer and saw some of the CGs and the imagery that's included in the game, and I was like, yeah, if I played this game, that would really trigger a lot of issues that I've been working on. And so, for my own health, I won't play it, but I would love to hear like a synopsis of the game, because the story sounds super interesting. It's just I know the imagery would be really bad for me. And that's why having trigger warnings and stuff before these games is so incredibly important. Like, I'm willing to bet it's a great game. It looks fantastic. It looks well written. And a lot of people who have played it, it's like a very niche thing, but the people who have played it are like, this game was amazing. But can't just go into it not knowing what it is. I know a lot of people like really avoid difficult topics, so I like them and I feel sad like trying to ban those things. Yeah, no, of course not. I love reading about difficult topics. I can do that. But my own mental health is not at a place where I can handle seeing imagery of certain things. So I can for myself be like, yeah, that would be bad for me. I'll tell you what, Rumia, if you wind up playing this game somehow, you can give me the cliff notes, the summary of the routes, and then we'll call it even. 'Cause that's what I can't handle. I can handle reading about it. Okay, so here's one of the write-in answers. What character tropes do you enjoy in love interests? Lots of really good answers. Gap Moe, love it. Typically go for the cocky playboys. I've been known to do a thing or two about that. Cough. Baba Mitsunari, cough. Gentle Giant, Megane, and probably more, but I forgot, sorry, lol. Who doesn't love a gentle giant, though? And glasses? Hell yes. Bodyguard / sworn protector. I've played a couple of Otome games like that. Like one of the old Voltage games from early 2000s was a bodyguard game. Very cute. Caring, independent, and intelligent. Hell yes. No preference. Really? Interesting. Evil trash that likes to be evil? Why do I have a feeling you wrote that, Rumia? Mature, tsundere, well-dressed, / suit. Tragic backstory / fourth wall breaking / I loved you in every timeline. Possessive, childhood friends. That's quite a list, but I like the variety. May-December romance, let's go! Let's go! What is May-December romance? So, a May-December romance is a couple that has a very large age gap. So, in a May-December romance, one character is the May, the young person, and one character is the December, the older person. And the months are corresponding with like where they are in their lives. Glasses wearing clueless type who falls head over heels. We love a glasses boy, or glasses girl, or glasses envy. Either depressed, deranged, or both. To be honest, as long as it can be well executed, character tropes doesn't really matter to me since my favorites range from the very mild one to batshit crazy. Valid. Super valid. Lots of people really like troubled dudes. Or like very questionable characters. Kudere. Love Kudere. Oz Mafia has the Tin Man. I love him so much. Anything really. Irredeemable / morally ambiguous bastards. I can already tell that you're a Yang lover. Heart of gold jerks. Gadflies. From no one to nightmare. Yanderes. Corruptors. Badass X. Magic users. Old characters. Accent slip-ups. Fan service. Evil chefs. True companions. Anything with tragedy. Loss of humanity. I'm a degenerate, and we could be here all day about those tropes. Aw, darn. Well, that's okay. I'm really glad that you stuck around as long as you did and humored me. So go eat something super tasty. For me. Do it for me. And thanks for stopping by. I shall. I promise I will. I will scream my thoughts into Discord. Literally all. And the same to you. I like hearing your stuff about your OCs. At any time of day. Literally, even when I'm at work, it's so nice to see Discord notifications. It's like, oh, yay! People. The middle-aged man with a heart of gold, the absolute sweetheart, the badass lady. Sleazy old man, yeah? Sure about that. Do the characters looks important to you? Most people said yes. Goodbye! I love you! Goodbye! Thank you for being here. Most people, when playing an Otome game, do not want a true route, but they like a true plotline. So, for example, in Bustafellows, no matter... You can play through all of the love interests, but then the main, like the true ending, is... It has something to do with a character that's not a love interest at all. It's just the story. And in the end, you're just surrounded by all of the love interests. No love interest is put over the others. There's no true love interest, and that's what I liked a lot about Bustafellows. Hold on one second, I seem to be getting a knock at my door. another really interesting thing. Do you like the hero or heroine of your Oteg main game to be more or less or just as skilled as the love interest? Most people just want them to be just as skilled. Less skilled than the love interests? Very small amount. So, I like it when games have, like, the MC is at least, like, competent in something. Like, even if it's like a game where you're like, all of the love interests are sword fighters, but the MC is good at other things. Like, really good at cooking, really good at fixing clothes, really good at some type of craft. Something that helps and is very valuable to the other characters. I like that a lot better than, like, the whole damsel in distress trope. Now this one. In romance/sexuality, do you prefer the player to be more or less or just as experienced as the love interest? Again, people prefer that the main character be just as experienced rather than less experienced. Well, actually, less experienced and neutral are tied. Not very many people want their MC to be more experienced, which is fair. Personally, I really liked Fuck Me Royally. It's a R18 otome game. There's only 2 love interests, tons of R18 scenes, and one of the biggest things about it is that the protagonist, the player character, is a lot more experienced than the love interests. Both of the love interests start as virgins. And I don't think they dated any other people either before they meet the protagonist. I thought it was a nice, like, a nice change from the usual. Do you prefer things to be explained thoroughly through in-game dialogue, or do you prefer things to be left to the imagination? Optional glossary for technical terms and lore. I like that. Because, like, sometimes I just want to be like, this happened because magic. But if you are the kind of person who needs to have an explanation, that it can be there. But other than that, explained thoroughly. At least 25% of people would prefer that things be explained. What events do you like to read about in an otome story? This one I liked a lot. Because it gives me... Not only is it really interesting to see what people like, it gives me some ideas. At-home dates, beach, hot springs. I hate standard cookie-cutter events and slice of life entirely. Fair. So, get creative with your events. Make them specific to your setting in some way. Sleepovers, parties, fancy occasions, cooking together, beach and New Year's, backstories, flashbacks, emotional episode, resolved argument, explaining feelings. Random daily routine events, lots of romance, kissing, etc. When the allies are showing their weakness? Valid. Beach, anything. I just love otome with good art. Cheesy comedy filler episodes, but also more somber moments like visiting a grave. Scenarios where maybe they were in a group, but somehow end up alone together. That's cute. Summer festivals, shopping together, cooking together, stargazing together, beach scenes, balls, festivals, traveling, the group committing shenanigans, vacationing together, any event where it shows a normal and simple time they spend together. I like that, that's cute. Depends if relevant to the story. Beach scene, CGIs of the couple together, meeting the MC's friends and seeing if they approve/disapprove. Want more smut, romance, and relationship building. I love a complex story, but the ones I enjoy the most are centered around romance with the story as a supporting aspect. Sharing hobbies, eating, drinking out at a restaurant bar. What plot tropes do you like to read? Jealousy, being trapped with an ally and having to find a way out as a team. One bed, hurt comfort, forced marriage, aliens make them do it. Well, that's interesting. Curse, angst. Anything but love triangles. Yeah. Isekai, put them in a tight space like a car. Always hated awkward love triangle or no miscommunication. Secret Air, gender bender, MC. Favorite personal faves are Age Gap, I'll Fight the Whole World for You, Star-Crossed Lovers, Destined Lovers, and Fake Lovers. Someone actually likes love triangles. Okay, that's also valid. I love a good murder mystery, and reincarnation is nice. Shadow organizations, underdogs, and revenge plots are also nice. Love triangles, or obliviously obvious love interest. Reincarnation, there's only one bed, love triangle. Mutual pining, love triangle that leads to a poly relationship. Best ending, obviously. Pretending to be engaged. Only one bed! Mutual pining. They really want to be together but can't. One can't admit to themselves how much they love the other, but it comes out in their actions and they can't help it. Enemies to lovers. Valid. Accidental confessions. Thrown together because of an event. Transmigration. Gender bender. Girl in disguise as guy. Angst. Just give me pain. Love interest flustered by MC's casual nudity. Rivals to lovers. That oh moment where the character realizes they're in love. Masquerade ball dances. Huddle for warmth, accidentally falling asleep together. Slow burn, enemies to friends, friends to lovers. Found family. Toshi Shita Kareshi. I'm assuming that's a VA. Love interest teaches, guides player, character how to love. Only one bed. When magic use is an integral part of the story, do you prefer your MC to be good at magic, bad at it, or still learning? So most say still learning magic. And second place goes to good at magic. Not very many people want their MC to be bad at magic, which is fair. Do you like otome games that have mini-games or puzzles? Only if optional, says 50% of people. That's also valid. Sometimes you just want to read a novel and not have to use any brain power. And I understand that. Do you like otome games that rely on player stats for certain choices / routes? For example, charisma, skill, fashion, intelligence, etc. 50% of people said no. Which is funny. A lot of much older otome games relied on, stat building. You would go to classes or you would complete certain events. Your stats would go up, which means that your points with certain love interests would go up. And, it would lock you out of a route if you didn't have certain stuff. But that was what made it challenging. That was what gave you some replayability. I don't know. Personally, I don't mind. I like, as long as it's not, really hard to do. When unlocking CGs, or special images, in otome, what do you like to see? Group photos, good one. Love interest only, 50% of people. 67.6% of people. Love interest plus player character was the #1 contender, and I can understand that. It's cute to see, your love interest being all cuddly and smoochy with their person of choice. Game over screens? Sometimes the failure is the best part. Do you like character sprites that blink, move, open, and close their mouth? Most people say yes. Unfortunately, that is really hard to do. Really hard. Extremely. Do you like when an otome game has a non-human mascot? Example, a pet, a magical familiar, etc. Most people said yes. That's cool. Example, Kororo from Cafe Enchante is the best. Yes, I like when the non-human mascot can't talk and is just there to look cute. Would you play the root of a character that is asexual / aromantic / both? This question pertains to games that are specifically in the romance genre and therefore do not usually have ace / aro representation. Most people said they would do both, an aro ace character. Yes, asexual. Yes, aromantic. Yes, aromantic was a little bit smaller. And then there was a not insignificant slice of the pie that said no, neither, which makes sense. There are a lot of people, I think, nowadays that are very strict about what otome is, what it has to be, what it has to contain. And so these people might think that having an asexual, aromantic, aro ace person would defeat the purpose of an otome. Personally, I don't think that's true. But, to each their own. What are some of your favorite otome games / visual novels? So this is just a list of what people like. A lot of them are titles that you may have heard of. There are a couple of people who listed some indie games, which I liked. But most of these are AAA titles. Or very, very well known. Some of your favorite otome / visual novel love interests. Why do you like them? Lots. My favorite thing is that, like something like this. Like where the person gives me an entire essay. I love that. I want to know exactly, like, what it is about X character that makes him perfect for you. Or why you think he's the best character. And these are the last questions. What do you think the current market of otome / visual novels needs more of? Variety and diversity. I'm a gay guy and 80% of otome games are targeted to straight women. Definitely agree. I think, granted, a lot of the people who took this quiz, or filled out this research form, were heterosexual women. But I think it would be great if otome were more accessible to other people. Again, I'm a non-binary lesbian. I play otome games even though I'm not attracted to men and I'm not a woman. I think if the otome genre were more friendly towards other demographics, imagine how much bigger otome could get. How much more popular it could be, and how much better it could be to say, yeah, I play otome games, and not have people be like, oh, you read romance, whatever, that's just for kids, or that's only for women, stuff like that. I've read through some of these, and a lot of the responses were like, less asshole dudes, more diversity, more sex, less sex, older MCs, and games that are just different from the norm. And cheaper options. Release the senior citizens. What do you think the current market of otome / visual novels need less of? I will read a couple of these because I think it's a really important one for any up-and-coming devs to know. Ore-samas. Yes. Less clingy younger men. Less of the cookie cutter character tropes. Less MCs that are teenagers or damsels in distress. Less rom-coms. Less brown hair, pale skinned MCs. Less of these young guys who are super geniuses. Underage romance. Fair. Playboy characters, boring and bland and useless heroines. Less gotcha games. Amen. Less dubcon, non-con, and abuse stories. Less pretty boys. Less blonde-haired, blue-eyed guys. Less Shinsengumi-inspired otome games. Less MCs under 18. Less dumb MCs. Less asshole characters. Less high school otome. Less teenage virgins? Okay. Less mobile games that use gems for premium choices. I just want to buy the root or the game. Super, super valid. I really hate that system. Less whiny international fans. You know, that's fair too. Less MCs that get sexually assaulted and have it be played off as romantic. Less true roots. Amen. Less taking tons of my money. Less bittersweet endings. Less angsty content. Less submissive heroines. Less abusive dominant LIs. Less gotcha. Less whiny protagonists. Less half-done games with poor translations, grammar, bugs, etc. Less sex and cliches. Like quote-unquote strong MCs. Less slice of life. Less high school or high school age characters. Less school-based storylines. Less games like Hakuoki. Less young, conventionally attractive men. Hell yeah. And that, my friends, is a look at my otome research form. It's still open. In fact, boop, I'm gonna go ahead and... Oh, are you kidding me? Can't have anything in this house. I'm typing away. Oops. Goo doo. Do do do. Do. Oops. You know what? I'm just gonna repost this to my Twitter. My Twitter link is in my about information, and you guys can see this otome research form pinned at the top of my Twitter profile. If anybody watching this is interested in giving me their opinions on the otome they play and the otome market at large, please do give this a look, because it's really helpful for me and for the people I've shared it with to take a look at it and see what people want. Yeah? I am hoping within time I can get this to a wider audience and ask questions of international otome fans. But that's something I'll have to worry about later. Anyways. Whew. A lot of otome today. I'm super happy I got to play those tiny games, and I hope that now that they've reached surpassed even their goal that those tiny games can be added to Steam. Otherwise, anybody who's watching this, you can very easily go on itch.io, look up the tiny game bundle, and find these games. They don't take much time at all to play. They're just nice little shots of serotonin to brighten up your day. And it would be really great if we could support these independent developers, because all of these games are created with so much heart and wonderful creativity. I would love to see more games, bigger games that are like these. And I think this is a great first step in having that happen. But for now, I am going to sign off so I can go eat a burrito. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye!